Hello YouTube, this is Jamika, and today we are playing, once again, It Moves. And just to say I did take a big break. I didn't really do much though. So, that's not nice. No. So I've done this puzzle already, but still not happy with it. It's pretty freaky, nonetheless. Oof. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies. This game itself, as I said a million times probably in the last video, it's noises and all the noises. It's a dartboard. Oh, it's a fan. How to use a fire extinguisher. Point at self. Pull the thing. I remember where I'm supposed to go. We're gonna just take a walk around this horrifying maze of anxiety and hell. Anacorp. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Ooh, hi. No. You have every right to run, kid. Just increase game speed by 100% real quick. Not finishing this anytime soon. And I'm thinking, instead of recording chapter by chapter, oh, hi. Instead of recording chapter by chapter for this, hi, the face. I want to do, that wasn't there before. Oh, that was the face. There's a little smiley face. It just looks creepy now. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do. But in any case, I'm doing it. I might do this and the next chapter. Go away. Where have I not checked already? I'm gonna say this way. No, I went over here for the second one. This face is giving me the heebie-jeebies, and I hope you guys can see it too. What is this? Poster for some concert. This is really hard to do. I don't like using my the buttons, arrow keys. I can't use the arrow keys because they're super tiny. My fingers are big. Can't be doing this. Go away. Stupid face. Oh, there you are. Yeah, your face is ugly. When you awake from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears, even when lucid. Something was moving, there was no doubt about that. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind, almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. Second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then I noticed my door, shut as it had been as I had fallen asleep. Perhaps my mom had checked in on me, and the cat sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes, in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but I quickly realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the unnecessary comma, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear then gripped me, the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked. Scanning the almost impenetrable darkness, I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted on my mother. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk beds suddenly started to shake violently, as if gripped by an earthquake scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around, as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety, as I feared the thing on the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into the darkness, so I stayed there, white knuckles clenching on my own blanket, like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? Hell yeah. I cried. My mother consoled me. Tears of fear, followed by relief, streamed down my face. Yet through all of the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I could not explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in the bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know, but as a child I felt as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was Saturday, and I played outside quite happily with my friends. The house was not large. We were lucky to have a long, sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it as was overgrown. We could hide in the bushes, climb in the huge sycamore tree, which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it all was, occasionally my eye would turn to that small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, and innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange cold pocket of dread. Outside of the lush green surroundings of our garden, filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room, watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be enraged if I as so much as spoke of it. Another night came. Chapter 3, Factorized. So I am going to end the episode here, but I will be posting the next part, which is this chapter here, the same day as I post this one, so probably today as I record it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter so far. I'm actually really enjoying this. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!